Ooh, okay. Hmm. Let's do let's do the tarot number two. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly healing circle. I'm just grabbing the decks for today because y'all already know. Y'all already know. Let me grab the enchanted map. Okay. Let's do and the moveology. Okay. Ooh, almost fell. We got a stack. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to this week's weekly healing circle. Before anybody asks, we're not doing live like readings. This is just going to be a collective reading for everybody, so it's not specific to one person or anything like that. That would be during the weekly community oracle pulls. But if you wanted to get a reading with me, the link will be in my bio. For those who are on TikTok and Instagram, I just posted a video about scammers, and I'm going to keep talking about this because, and I guess I'll talk about this in the beginning of this video as well, the beginning of this live, because it is something that we need to talk about, okay? If you follow me on any other social media platform, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere else, there are a ton of scammers literally literally making accounts that are slightly similar to my name, stealing my photos, stealing my videos, posting to make it seem like, you know, they're a real person, even though they are a real person, but they're a scammer, and then DMing people for readings and stuff like that. I will never DM you for a reading. Y'all know, if y'all want to book a reading with me, I have a website. I pay for a website, y'all. So scammers are not going to pay for a website because they're not me. Okay. They're just going to be like, oh, cash at me this or Venmo me that. The only time I take any type of donation for readings is live. Like, you're seeing my face while I am reading for you. And that is in the weekly community oracle polls and nothing else. There's a live for that. There is specific, like, you can go back and see the lives. You can go back and see, you know, all of that yourselves. Like, it's on my YouTube. Any weekly community oracle poll that I've ever done, you can go back and look at the live, revisit your reading. I always tell you guys to revisit, do what you need to do. But y'all need to use discernment, okay? Use discernment, because I'm not going to be DMing anybody for readings. I don't need to do that. I have a website. You want to book a reading with me? You can do that on my website. The link to my website and all of the other links to my social medias, all of the things to TikTok, Twitter, YouTube are all in my link tree, in the link in my bio. So please make sure that you're using discernment, because a lot of people are getting scammed from like these weird DMs of, oh, Venmo me this and I'll do a reading for you. Like, I'm not doing no DM readings and stuff like that. Like, I have a website. You literally get a receipt. You get a whole entire thing. Please use discernment, okay? Even I have a Patreon, all of the things. Please use discernment. I don't have other accounts. I don't have backup accounts. The only other account that I have on Instagram is the Between Ascension, which is my podcast Instagram account. That is it. That's literally it. Like, that's it. It's just, I don't have a backup account to any, not even on TikTok. So please use discernment, because I would never DM you for a reading. I would never DM you for none of that. And these people are literally getting away with murder. I have a lot of friends in the spiritual community, and when I tell you that they be getting like, the accounts just multiply every single day. There's like a new account for another person. And it's when you have a bigger platform, the bigger your platform is, like if you have over 100K and more, they will make multiple accounts because they're trying to scam, because obviously that person would have a larger platform, and so they want to target their audience. And so I've had a lot of people comment on my videos saying, hey, this person just added me after I just followed you. Do you have a backup account? No, I'm not going to sit here and go through my whole list of followers on another account and start following you on another. Use discernment, okay? It's a make it make sense. You guys know I'm a make it make sense person. Okay. If it does not make sense, it's not Abby. Okay. If it don't make sense, logically, it's not me. First of all, I don't have the time to have a whole nother separate account and do, I don't have the time. I really don't. So y'all use discernment. Okay. I will try to make sure I talk about it as much as I can, but especially so people don't get scammed. But y'all, and I pinned the video to my TikTok so y'all can see it from the jet. But these people that make accounts using my content and my face and all that stuff, they block me, so I can't report them. And even if I report them, like, TikTok literally keeps their account there in review for like 2 months. Like, they don't do anything. So y'all have to really use discernment when it comes to, okay, how you interact with people out here, because I'm not the only person that this is happening to. A lot of spiritual creators this is happening to, because somewhere down the line, these scammers realize that they can just target the following of certain people, especially within the spiritual community, because obviously we have a very direct kind of way of doing readings and stuff like that. So y'all have to be very mindful about it. It's literally not just me. It's so many other people that are doing this, that are getting attacked. I have so many friends in the spiritual community, and all of them have fake accounts and fake people trying to just scam their followers. So please use discernment, okay? Y'all know I'm a common sense person. Use discernment, because we're not doing that today, okay? Hello, everybody. Hello. For those who are going to be like, where am I looking at? So TikTok is right here. YouTube is right there, okay? So we're live in 2 spaces. And for you, if you are on TikTok and you want to revisit this live for any reason whatsoever, it's on my YouTube. My YouTube is always available for replay. So there you go. But hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Hello. This literally everything I'm wearing right now is Half Magic Beauty. I forgot what I was saying for like a second. Yeah, this is like their duo. It's called, is it a duochrome? I don't know, but it's like pink with this blue finish, which goes with their like blue liner that I'm wearing. And then I'm wearing the Money Please glitter, which I'm obsessed. This is the glitter pill in Money Please. Y'all, look, I was in the car the other day, and it was like literally like nighttime. Babe was driving, and all you have like is the light from the poles, whatever they're called, the light poles. And she's driving, and I went to grab my phone, the reflection of the black screen, and I caught the glitter in the reflection. I was like, oh, I love it so much. So this is like my favorite thing right now, and I've just been using it all the time. Well, literally everything in my face, except for this is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm wearing the Rare Beauty mascara. This is Half Magic Beauty. I'm wearing their chocolate brownie situation. But the blush, Half Magic Beauty. The liner, Half Magic Beauty. The glitter pill, Half Magic Beauty. Everything's just okay. That's what we're doing right now. But yeah, I wanted to do a really nice reflective blush. They be doing a lot. Yes, seriously. But hello, hi Juliana. Hello. Okay, with the, you already know when it comes to like, you already know. When I am in the mood to do some like glamour and stuff, you already know I be, my Leo rising really comes through when it comes to like the makeup. Also, I do not have foundation on. I did not have the time. I literally did this like 15 minutes ago. Hello. Oh, thank you. I love them. They're like very like, I don't know. They remind me of, oh my God, why am I blanking on the name? They remind me of this art piece I saw once in Mexico. The mic is making a crackling sound. Is that my device? I'm not sure if anybody else is going through that. Let them know in the comments. But yes, to all of the love and all the things. Now, we're going to get started on this week's messages. Okay. Now, the reason why this live is called Spring Cleaning, if you're on TikTok, you didn't catch that because you're watching this on TikTok and not on YouTube. But this live is called Spring Cleaning. Why? Because we are in the literally last edge seconds of Gemini season, which is the last days of spring. Cancer season brings the summer, okay? And so it is definitely very, very important to understand the switch that's about to go down, and to understand the energy switch of the thing. You might already be feeling it. You might already be feeling the water moving. And right now the moon is currently in Pisces, so you know it's about to get wet. Astrologically, it's gonna get wet very soon. So just keep that in mind. Get ready from to go from the very passionate mental energy to boom, being anchored in emotions, because that's happening. Okay, that's literally happening. But it's definitely super, super important. Let me just mute this mic just to make sure that boom. Okay, let me know if it's still happening with the sound on YouTube, because I muted the mic. Let me also, okay, I also lowered the volume on this, so let me know if it's still happening. Let me know. But with that being said, there's a lot energetically happening. Okay, there's a lot astrologically happening. There's a lot of energy, especially because there's a good amount in fire right now. There's a good amount, especially with Jupiter being in Aries, Mars being in Aries. There's a good foundation of passion. A lot of planets are also in their home sign, so there is a lot of energies. There's a lot of grounding, but it's about to switch into water, so things are about to get a little bit emotional now when it comes to wow, okay, when it comes to this week, when it comes to the energies for this week, we're starting off literally what was the first thing I told y'all? The moon is currently in Pisces, right? First thing that comes out is the moon, which is the card of Pisces in tarot. But okay, there's been kind of a lot of things going on. If you have been watching if you have been here for the past weekly healing circles, you know that there's been a lot of stuff going on within just the shifts in energy and all of the things that have been going down collectively, the things that we've been experiencing. There's been a theme. Oh wow, we got 10 cards. There's been a theme. There's been a lot of overarching things. The reason why I'm calling this live spring cleaning is because this should be the time when you are literally doing and setting yourself up for success for the summertime, especially because we're about to go into water. It is when I want you guys to understand, it's like when you're walking, let's say you're taking a trip, you're going to the beach, right? Now, for those who don't live in an area where you can go to the beach super easily or super quickly, and it takes you maybe an hour to get there, maybe it takes you a couple hours to get there, but you're going to the beach, or maybe you're traveling, maybe you're on vacation, that moment where you start walking from the car, from the vehicle, from your mode of transportation towards the water, and the air starts to it's just pushing behind you, and it just starts to cleanse you already. You're already feeling that breeze. It's shedding. You feel it lighter. You feel your chest getting lighter. You feel your mind getting lighter. You feel coming into more peace, coming into just that shift right as you start to take the steps towards the water, one by one by one by one. This is what's happening right now as Gemini season is moving into Cancer. That shift, that last cleansing, that last air moving through as you're stepping inches and inches and inches towards the water. Okay, that is the shift right now. That's what's happening right now. Okay, and so because we're getting closer to the water, you know that feeling when your feet first touch the water, when you start to energetically, physically also get connected to that element. Once you have walked past the sand, and the sand itself is already grounding you in its energies, and you're walking forward, walking forward, taking one step into the water, that feeling, that almost rejuvenation that happens within your roots, within your feet, right? And then you start walking deeper in, and all of a sudden it just feels almost like you're gonna throw up a little bit, okay? Because it's almost like the energy, as the water is covering the rest of your body, your heart is just, everything is rising up. All of the energy is just being released up. By the way, this is how you do a cleansing in the ocean, for those who wanted to know that. But everything is rising up until you submerge yourself, and then you are one with the water. We're about to head into that, okay? That's where we're headed. And what does it mean? What is about to happen? What is about to happen this week? Well, first and foremost, again, we're starting this week off with the moon being in Pisces. Okay, that's this right here. So with the moon being in Pisces, this leads us here to the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups energy is 1000% Piscean energy because this is how Pisces generally are. Seven of Cups is a card of being a little bit all over the place, emotionally being tugged and pulled into a lot of different directions, being a little foggy, being confused, not knowing which direction to take, not knowing where to kind of like head, like feeling a little bit kind of like, kind of where are you ebbing and flowing? Like, but I also want to do this, but I also want to do that, but I also like getting tugged and pulled in so many different directions. It is super, super layered. This is not just one thing. This is not just one experience. This is not just like, oh, this is solid wise the direction you're headed. It is layered. There's many layers. There's almost like a, am I heading this way? Should I head that way? Is this what I should do? It's a very questioning energy when it comes to Piscean energy. Why? Because Pisces is always creating. They rule creation in that way. When it comes to creativity, when it comes to all forms of entertainment and art, they have to ebb and flow and kind of start molding the thing that they see in their head, the thing that they're envisioning, before they completely, seal it off and say, hey, this is the final version of this. This is the final version. I have achieved this. I have successfully done this. No, we are in a very much like, maybe, I don't know. Should I? I think I need more guidance with this, and feeling again like that ebbing and flowing of trying to figure out the direction of where we're heading. One of the reasons why I keep telling y'all that this is the time for spring cleaning is because Geminis and Gemini season is a very much a road opening season. Okay, it is a road opening season. What you do during Gemini season is very important for what the rest of the year starts to look like. Why? Because Gemini season is the season of the mind. It's the season of you deciding on the direction that you want to go in. It is the reason of why you feel consciously like good and solid and clear with yourself of the direction of why you're doing what you need to do. So Gemini season is a great time to do road opening work and say, hey, you know what? I feel like I need to get more clear. I feel like I think I know where my path is going, but can we open the door this way? Why is this a good time to do it? Because Gemini is the road opener. Gemini can open any door because they are the messenger. Okay, they are the messengers. And so they need to be able to access everything to deliver the message that needs to be delivered. And sometimes it's you being solid and clear with the direction that you're going in. Now we have the Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the Hangman. Okay, some of you are still a little bit not super clear on you. It's like you guys know what you want, because that's that 10 of Cups is coming through right there. You guys know what you want. You guys know ultimately what you want long term, like your long-term intention, which is great, because I'm sure some of you set that intention at the beginning of the year when Venus was doing all the things in Capricorn. So you guys already know what the long-term intention is, but the getting there is a little bit like, Abby, I know the goal, but right now I'm not too sure on how I'm doing it. I haven't quite shaped the path yet. I'm not super sure on the way that it will be, the way that it's going to be done. I know what the goal is, because you see we're getting this 10 of Cups energy, this happily ever after, this end game like energy, right? It's like you're not sure. And again, we're the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is a beginning of an intention. Is the beginning of something solidifying. It's the beginning of something being grounded long term. Some of you are still on that journey of solidifying that. Some of you are still in the process of solidifying that, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, and you shouldn't feel down on yourself. You shouldn't feel like you don't have all the answers. You're not supposed to know all the answers. The point is that you set an intention for what it is that you want to do, and you're taking steps towards it. You're playing the part. You're doing your part, because you do have to do your part in co-creation. That is one of the things about it. Y'all have to put in the work. Y'all have to do your part in it. If you think that you're just going to it's just going to be handed to you, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Just take it from a Capricorn. That's not how it works. You have to put in some work to see the results that you want for the intention that you're trying to bring forth. You absolutely have to. When it comes to the Page of Pentacles, it's you doing the work within the mundane, within the physical realm. It's you doing the work. Like, let's say, okay, you planted that seed and you set that intention. Okay, you told Spirit, hey, Spirit, this is what I want. This is what I want. I want the 10 of Cups. I want my happily ever after. I want to do the X, Y, C, and B. This is what I want. This is what I need you to help me bring forth. This is what I want. Okay, cool. But what are you doing to make it, you know, an easier path for you? How are you paving that way for yourself? How are you doing that? Okay. This is why we're going from the 7 of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Because some of you are still not sure as to how to apply your actions within the mundane. Like how to actually, like, you know, start putting in the legwork within the mundane. Some of you are still lost in the emotions of wanting the thing, but you're not actively, like, doing the thing. Okay. Some of you are still lost in the emotions of the twang. Okay. So we still have the vision. One of the themes for this year, I don't know if y'all have noticed, has been holding your vision. And I see y'all holding y'all vision. I see y'all holding down and wanting those dreams and wanting to, I see it. It's beautiful. Keep holding on to the dream. But I need y'all to start to put, you know, I need y'all to start putting water in those seeds. I need y'all to start doing that, because when it comes to the Pentacles too, it ain't gonna grow if you don't add water to it. And we're about to go into a water season, which is going to ask you to do that. It's gonna ask you to, hey, okay, you planted this, like, you know, 2 months ago, but, like, where's the rain? Where's the rain? Where is the rain? Where's the rain? How do you expect something to grow if you're not gonna water it? What are you doing in your part to make this come into fruition faster? How are you setting yourself up for success? These are the questions. Then we have the Hanged Man. Why do we have the Hanged Man? Because some of y'all still feel stuck. Some of y'all are still in your heads about certain things. Some of y'all are still working through the actions that you want to take. And again, this is why it's very important for that spring cleaning. Okay, spring cleaning is the theme for this week, for this live. Okay, spring cleaning, because some of you are mentally stuck, but your bodies is not moving. Your bodies are not actually putting in the work. It's all up here. Okay, and it makes sense because Gemini season is up here, but we're going into a cardinal sign season. Cancer is a cardinal sign. Action-based, action-oriented, requires movement. All of the cardinal signs do. All of the cardinal signs require movement. They require action. They require getting up from thy ass and actually applying your energy, actually using your energy where it's supposed to go. Some of you are so mentally stuck and are feeling like you just, oh, you know what? I just need a little more clarity. Am I doing the right thing? Like, some of you will actively be getting readings and stuff like that for confirmation as to whether or not, like this week, some of you are actively, like, seeking confirmation from your spirits as to, like, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right, it's just the right thing? Is this the right move for me? Is this where I should be going? Like, am I, you know, on the right path? But once you have that confirmation, it's like, okay, so what are you going to do next? What does that look like? What does that look like? Okay, spring cleaning requires you to clean. Okay, you actually have to clean. You actually have to do the cleaning. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, I thought about cleaning. I know I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna clean tomorrow. I'm gonna clean tomorrow. Cause tomorrow comes. Yeah, I need to clean. Oh my God, I need to clean. Like, if you consciously know what you need to do, what are you physically doing about it? What are you physically doing about it? That is a question. Then we have the King of Wands and the Nine of Wands. because some of you have been actively struggling a little bit within your journey. Some of you are still also healing from certain things. The Nine of Wands is a card of trauma. It is a card of trauma. Okay. It is a card of trauma. This is the card in the Rider-Waite where it is a man that had just came from war and he's like beaten up. He's a little bandaged up. He has PTSD. He's a little flighty. He's feeling a little bit like jumpy. He's looking behind him because he don't trust anything. He don't trust anything coming from any sides. He's a little jumpy. He doesn't feel super safe, but he's still alive. Okay. So we have the King of Wands next to the Nine of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is the one who has mastered the entire wand suit. Okay. The King of Wands has already gone on the journey through the wand suit and has mastered not only how to go through each level, but how to maintain the kingship. Okay. How to maintain this energy, how to stay on the throne. Okay. And so when we have the King of Wands next to the Nine of Wands, we see which journey where the King of Wands is currently in that path. So this week, there are still certain things that have yet to be healed and certain things that are still lingering from past healing that is still impacting us collectively. For some of y'all, it's a past life issue. Okay, this is the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna just show y'all the bottom of the deck because we need to do that. I'm gonna just show y'all the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, which is the underlining energies, by the way, it's death. Death. Okay, death. Bottom of the deck, death. The Three of Wands, very much a Gemini card. The Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. You see how the page was on the table? The underlining energies is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. The Four of Swords. Some of y'all don't understand how some of y'all past lives is mirroring. There's a lot of that's happening right now, and I'm not surprised. It's been happening throughout Gemini season. The reason why it's happening throughout Gemini season is because Gemini is a dual sign. Okay? It's a dual sign. It is a mirroring effect. There is two energies at play during Gemini season at all times. You think it's just one. No, it's two. Okay? It's a dual sign, two energies. You're dealing with two versions of one thing. There's a mirroring effect that happens in Gemini season. Some of y'all don't know how your own soul and your own soul's experience in other past lives is actively affecting y'all right now. Some of y'all don't know. And for some of you, you need to get a past life reading. You really, really do. There's a reason why bottom of the deck is death. Because some of y'all have not gone through that transformation. Some of y'all have not done the healing work. Some of y'all are actively stuck as to, like, this is why you're getting also the Hangman energy. Like, oh my God, but like, what about this? And I don't know. And not not having that clarity is because that clarity can only be had through looking at yourself through that other lens. Not just looking at yourself within your experience, but looking at your soul's journey's experience and how that the experiences that you're going through now, the uncertainty that you're going through now is directly being mirrored from another past life. Eight of Swords. Some of y'all don't know how restricted, like actively restricted you are based on another past life. It really comes down to that. Some of you don't know how a past life is actively affecting y'all. And some of the restrictions that you actually have are because of that. And this could be with love. This could be with money. This could also be ancestral. It could be an ancestral issue. Like you could literally be going through something because one of your ancestors passed down a generational trauma that has yet to be healed. And so you are restricted because you are running around with their blood. You now have to deal with that restriction because you're running around with their blood. So what happens? You just kind of ignore it, right? It is just bruised. It underlines everything, and it bruises underneath everything. And it leads us to being more confused than we need to be. It leads us to try to get clear with ourselves, but not understanding the whole entire picture, because we can't see the whole picture because you're not doing the correct healing work that you need to do. Then we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So not only is your mind not clear, but your journey isn't clear as it should be. Because the Queen of Swords is all about the mind, all about the words, that mental clarity. The Queen of Swords knows exactly what's going on. And the Queen of Wands knows what direction to go in, what direction to take, because she knows what's going on. Okay? Then we have the Four of Cups. Being dealt something that we didn't really necessarily want. Some of you are going through some past life issues, and you might not even want it to go through it. Like, you might have like, but why am I going through this now? But why is this an issue now? Like, why was that? Because your life right now is mirroring that. And what's underlining that? The Hermit, the card of healing, the card of Virgo. Health, healing, serving others, as well as disease. Some of you are actively walking around with a sword in your chest, and you don't even know it's there. You can feel the impacts of that sword being there. You can feel that blockage, but you don't know how to remove it because you haven't gotten the right medicine. You haven't gotten the right medicine. So here we are with this PTSD that your own spirit is carrying, that in this lifetime, you're like, okay, I'm in control. I know what I'm doing. Da, 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 da. I've reached a certain age. I know what I do. Sure. But this is still haunting you. And some of you are not doing the correct, you're not applying the medicine that needs to be applied in order to correct the thing. I'm telling you, some of y'all just need to get a past life reading. I'm going to just say that. Then we have the Empress. The Empress. Now, when it comes to our own prosperity and abundance, a lot of you have set intention for that prosperity and abundance to come in. For a lot of you, it's financially, and for some of you, is within your relationships. This energy, in order for the Empress to prosper, in order for that energy of fertility to prosper and be used correctly, you need to make space. You can't just have an apartment with a whole bunch of shit that you don't need and then want to get a new couch that does not fit because you have not cleared out the shit that you don't need. That's not how it works. The issues that you have left unresolved are the reasons why you are not manifesting the way that you want to manifest. Is as clear as that? And what did I say? I'm sorry. What did I say? It's the theme of the weekly healing circle this week. Spring cleaning. Because some of y'all need to get it together this week. Some of y'all need to get it together this week because you need to realize that your own inaction surrounding your own healing is causing you to have problems within what you're trying to draw in. Okay. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Swords. There's going to be a little bit of a surprise coming up this week, especially towards the end of the week, as you know, as the sun moves into Cancer. Okay, it's going to be a little surprisey-wisey. Okay, what's that surprise going to be? Well, ask yourself this. Did you do the work in Gemini season? Did you open your road? Did you do the spring cleaning? Did you make room? Did you make room? You still have time. Did you make room? Did you prioritize your healing? Did you prioritize your healing? Do you still not know? Do you still not have that clarity? some of you are about to go through an experience where that mirroring that's happening, it's going to hit the fan. Okay, it's gonna hit the fan, and it's gonna hit the fan in a way that it affects our interpersonal relationships in a really not cute way. Okay, because the Five of Swords is it's a chaos that has been left because of inaction. The Five of Swords happens when we allow people to do way too much, to cross boundaries. When we give people too many passes, when we give situations too many passes, when we allow something to stay stagnant for too long, it just starts taking and pulling at our own power. It is layered. It is a layered effect. Y'all are about to experience the weight of your own inaction. Okay. This is not something that's really easy to go through. It's not. And this is why y'all need to do that spring cleaning. And that includes physically cleaning your house, by the way. I'm not joking. If y'all want to, y'all can start cleansing and blessing your house before the beginning of the month. Because Cancer season, Cancer energy is not for the faint of heart, especially because Cancer is emotionally and spiritually nourishing. Sometimes the way the nourishment comes is by going through that deeply emotionally transformative experience that ends up breaking us down here. And so what are you going to do about it? What is the game plan? What is the plan? What is the plan? How are you cleaning? How are you making room for the things that you actually want? Cancer season is one of the seasons that, even though it starts off the summer, it can be very, very emotionally intense with reason. It rules emotions. Like, it rules emotions. But some of y'all are about to get really emotionally triggered. If communication was triggered, if communication was a problem for you during this entire Gemini season, during Mercury retrograde, during all of the things, what do you think is going to happen in the season that rules emotions? We're just going from a season that rules the mind to a season that rules our emotional energy. If you have not been mentally clear, what makes you think that your emotional energy is going to be able to handle that mess? What is the game plan? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is either, listen, it's either you about to flow with the way it's gonna flow, or you're about to go under this wheel and experience something very, very unpleasant. And for some of you, you guys are gonna end up, the shit's gonna hit the fan. It's not gonna be cute. It's not gonna be cute. Y'all need to prioritize your healing. Y'all need to do, we're gonna do, so, one of the things that have been requested by a Patreon member is for me to do a womb healing meditation, and I'm working on that. I'm actually going to be posting it during Cancer season. But let me remind y'all that we're literally doing a workshop this week on Wednesday on healing the matriarch. I literally planned to start Cancer season doing a whole workshop on healing the matriarch, healing your ancestors. And my Healing the Ancestors workbook is about to come out. I literally did that on purpose. Why? Because I knew this was going to happen. Just astrologically, I knew this was going to happen. This, I knew it was going to happen. But for some of you, y'all don't understand how the womb needs to be healed, how the fertility needs to be healed. There are certain things blocking that. And it's ancestral, and it's on a soul level, and it's on a past life level. There's so many different things blocking the fertility right now. And we're about to head into the season of the sign that rules fertility. If this is not the time to get this together, if you don't think shit's gonna happen to make you clear that path, that you are in denial, okay? You are in denial. Denial and in denial, okay? You are just in denial because it's about to go down. It's about to go down. It is about to go down. And this is going to be one of those experiences, especially with the element of the water. Y'all, the last water season was Pisces. Cancer is the first water sign of the year, of the astrological year, just to remind everybody. And it rules emotions. So what do you think your emotions are going to be? In a flux, all over the place. All over the place. Listen. Collective energies for this week. That came out that fast, but okay. And we have strength and confidence, because some of y'all will be begging for Leo season. Ooh! Leo season is that beautiful break after Cancer season and all of the emotional intensity. Leo season is just, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Leo rising, because you guys know, it's just such a fun season, and it really recharges our ego back up after going through such a mental energy season and then a whole as like emotional energy season. Leo season is just go down to the stomach. It literally goes in order: Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Okay, it goes in order. It goes in order of the thing. Strength and confidence. Because some of you need to have more trust in yourself, and some of you need to listen. Listen. If you have been doing spell work recently and you have been asking for certain things, asking for whether it be clarity or whether it be, even if it's like spiritual work where you're like, you know what, I really want to take the next step within my spiritual journey. What is it that I'm supposed to learn? Where is it that I'm going? Where is it that I'm headed? Y'all need to start paying attention to some of these signs, because you are being directed of where to go in order to strengthen your own practice. But y'all need to pull in that confidence. Some of y'all are second guessing too much the journey that you're taking, which is why you're stuck in the 7 of Cups energy. I'm the same. Transition unknown. Shit's about to hit the fan, but you are not going to be able to see it coming. Okay. Some of you are not going to be able to see it coming, and some of you also need to be a little bit more flexible within the way things open up to you. It doesn't always have to be exactly the way you visualized it, exactly the way you meditated with it, exactly the way that you were trying to do the spell, the way you visualize. It's not always going to come exactly that way. It comes the way that it needs to come. Okay? Allow yourself to go into the ocean. But who knows how the waves are going to be? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows how you navigate the current? That doesn't mean that we're all not headed there, though. Lighthearted and laughter. Okay? Because when I say that some of you are still stuck in huge healing opportunities, some of you still have PTSD, some of you still are very traumatized from certain experiences that you've gone through. It's going to require for you to heal your inner child. And that's going to come a little bit more when we're in Leo season, when we're doing more ego healing and inner child healing. That's when you're going to see a little bit of that more at play. But that doesn't mean that you can't make sure that your own self-care, self-love practice has that incorporated, that you're already adding and making sure that you're okay, that you're taking care of yourself. Because spring cleaning, if you haven't been taking care of yourself emotionally, spiritually, like, what do you think is going to happen? You need to make space for you to have fun. You need to make space for you to enjoy things as things are happening. Clairvoyance and understanding. Gemini season is going to end with a little bit more clarity, but some of you still have to do a little bit more work, because it's like you're stuck in that hangman energy in the middle, towards the middle of the week. It's like you come into clarity, but you're still stuck in that hangman energy. So It's going to require for you to listen to your intuition and trust yourself. There's nothing wrong with trusting yourself. Of course, there's going to be curveballs. Of course, there's going to be things that happen. And that's totally fine. But what happens when you go with the flow, go with the water, go with the current instead of fighting it? Hard work and success. The goal is to get to that 10 of Pentacles energy, right? That was the goal. You got to put in the work. I said this in the beginning. The intentions that you set in the beginning of the year when Venus was in Capricorn and doing the whole retrograde in Capricorn season, the beginning of the year and all of that jazz, all of these intentions that you set for yourself, is not that they're not going to come to pass. It's that you need to put in the work to receive them. Especially intentions that you set during Capricorn season. Capricorn is not the sign that gets handed down stuff. They are the sign that works for the stuff that they have. So if you think that an intention done during that season is just going to be handed to you, you is wrong. And Cancer season, because it mirrors Capricorn, they're opposite signs, it's going to make you water those seeds. It's going to make you water those seeds, okay? You're going to have to water the seeds. You didn't just think that you were just going to plant the seed and you were just not going to water it. You about to water them seeds. What? You about to water it because it requires you to put in the work. It requires you to tend to your garden. And it requires you to clean out that perception that you're just going to be handed down things. That you could just have it because you want it. Okay, but where's the legwork on your end? How are you making space? How are you making room? Come on now. Come on now. Believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. Why? Because we're still holding on to that vision. That's something that we've been talking about for a while. Holding on to that vision, believing in the thing. It's not about, oh my God, I didn't get this, so now that means I'm not going to get that. No, it's just going to happen in a different way. You still got to believe in the thing. You still got to believe in the thing. You just got to water your intention. You have to water it. It's time to take action because we're going in a cardinal season. We're going into a cardinal season. Cardinal seasons are one of the most action-packed seasons, astrologically speaking. They make you do a lot of things. Aries season makes you reset, re-goal for the year. Aries season is literally the beginning of the year, but it's just like everybody celebrates during Capricorn season, which is technically the end, is the last cardinal season. But people see it as the beginning. So here we are. It's time to take action. It's time to put in the work. You've been sitting on it for a while. It's time to put in the work. It's really time to put in the work because full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. What has this whole life been about? What have I been saying? Some of you have put in the work spiritually. Some of you have done that, but you haven't put in the work within the mundane. And that is the problem. That is the problem. Bottom of the deck. Your commitment is being tested because your commitment to the intentions that you have set require your action. If you don't do anything about them, you're not going to benefit from those intentions. I'm just saying. You're not going to benefit if you don't put in the work. That's just not how it works. But some of y'all need some past life readings. That was definitely something that was very clear from the readings today. What do we need to know collectively? Okay. Now, the shifts. Y'all, you gotta laugh. You really gotta laugh. This is the butterfly oracle cards for life changes, right? And the first card that comes out is emotions. It's emotions. You know, because we're about to go into Cancer season. It's emotions. The first card that comes out, life changes. You about to get hit with emotions. Some of y'all are going to have to heal yourself through crying. Some of y'all are going to have to go into the ocean. Some of y'all are going to have to connect to the water element in a way that you haven't connected to since Pisces season. Emotions. Emotions. Watering the seed that you planted during Capricorn season. Because Capricorn season was seed, but you haven't been watering it. Religion and spirituality. Because Cancer season, first of all, the water signs are the ones that rule over spirituality, specifically Pisces. But Cancer and Scorpio do it in different levels. Okay, Cancer ruling the intuition, Scorpio ruling the occult, Pisces ruling spirituality as a collective. Okay, so Cancer is going to trigger what it does best, which is the emotions, which is your intuition. Which means that this is a time for you to master listening to yourself, your own discernment, your own knowledge. This is a time for you to also listen to your ancestors, especially the matriarch, which is why I'm doing that workshop, by the way. I cannot stress it enough. Because they're the one that have tapped in to the energy of fertility before. So they know how to deal with it. Some of y'all have not been listening. But y'all will. Then we have retirement. Because some of y'all will have to pull away from certain actions, certain people, certain things that you have been actively doing that literally have not been working. You about to retire that bad habit. You about to retire that thing. You literally about to just switch. It's a no, especially ancestrally. If you've been asking for your ancestors to be like, oh my God, how do I get through this? How do I get to a point where I'm in this place, where I'm like good, when I'm not worried about this, where I'm just like, you about to get, y'all need to get guidance from the people who've already done this shit. And that is your ancestors. Spiritual growth, because that's one of the things I said earlier. Did I not? Cancer season is an amazing time to grow spiritually because it is connected again to the water element. This is a great time to develop your spiritual abilities, to nurture your spiritual abilities. Cancer season is one of the most powerful times to develop your intuition, to get closer with yourself, to nourish yourself and your powers. Great time to dive in deeper into your spiritual work. Cannot stress it enough. Cannot stress it enough. Great time. Just beautiful time. Beautiful time. And then we have finances. I'm just gonna leave the Empress right here because I keep saying it. Some of y'all finances is directly blocked because your own fertility is blocked. Your own energy of creation is blocked. And so you need to do the legwork to unblock it. And this is why you need guidance from the people who know how to do that. And that is who? Your ancestors. That's why we got the support card. Who do you go for support? Who are you leaning towards? Who are you leaning towards? Who is your foundation? Who is it? I have an ancestor meditation in my YouTube. There's a whole ancestor work playlist on my YouTube. Let's not act like I haven't been talking about ancestor work since like the beginning. Let's not do that. There's resources. Okay? There's resources. Collective messages for this week. Collective. Oh my God. Collective messages. Y'all, sometimes y'all just gotta laugh. Y'all just gotta laugh. I just gotta laugh anyway. What did I say at the beginning of this live? We're shifting from Gemini season to Cancer season. Okay. We're shifting. The energy's about to shift. You're about to go from up here to all the way down here, to oh my God, I feel like crying, to oh my God, I feel so emotional, to oh my God. Y'all about to go in here. In here is a place that a lot of people like to dip their toes into, but don't like to do enough work in. Okay? In here is where people like to do half-ass work. In here is where people like to leave the door open for people who do not honor this sacred space. They come in and they wreck that shit. And you are about to energetically enter this area for a whole entire season. For a whole entire season. You're about to go in here. You've been tip-tapping in here, especially when there's been, like, you know, Venus was in Pisces and, you know, Jupiter was in Pisces. You've been tip-tapping in here. You've been tip-tapping, but you have not gone in here. You have not cleared the debris in here. You have not done the work to clear this, to open this up to your own possibilities. You have not done the work. You haven't. You have not. And because this is blocked, what else gets blocked? The womb. That's that sacral space. The divine feminine. Why does it keep coming up? Why does it keep coming up? Well, first of all, the divine feminine is also what rules spirituality. It is not the divine masculine that is in any shape, way, or form connected to spirituality. Your spiritual growth, your spiritual practice, your emotions, your intuition. No way connected to it. It is the divine feminine. This is the divine feminine. Now, because Spirit is telling me to do this, I'm going to just go ahead and show y'all something. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you already know this, because this is something I talk about like every damn year, because it comes up every single year. It comes up. And that is this card. A lot of people don't understand divine masculine and feminine, and a lot of people don't understand Gemini energy. They just don't. But we're just gonna break it down real quick. First of all, this right here, just because it's a man does not mean men represent divine masculine energy. Men lean towards it, but everybody has both. Okay, everybody has both. Okay, some people express one over the other. Some people embody both evenly, and that's totally fine. But this is divine masculine. This is divine feminine. You see this angel right here? Representing of spirituality in general. Representing of communicating with the divine. Because if you look closer at the card, she is looking at the angel. He is looking at her. Because he does not have that connection to the divine. The divine feminine does. Geminis embody both. They're a dual sign. This is why you see the duality of them both coming into play. So when we're in Gemini season, and the cards are literally telling you, hey, there's an imbalance with this aspect, with this, the divine feminine. There's an issue going on here. That means that you have been actively centering yourself within the divine masculine, which is the mundane. The entire physical realm is ruled by the divine masculine energies. So if you haven't been working and flowing through the divine feminine, then you are disconnected from the divine, disconnected from your own intuition, your own abilities, your own power. And you are disconnected from this, which is the water element, which is what we are going into. We are about to go into water, and it just done fell. We're about to go into water. Okay, we're about to go into water. Water. Are you ready to go into water? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to go into your own emotions? Are you ready to go into your own heart? Are you ready to look at the traumas that have been blocked in your womb because you haven't done the spring cleaning? Y'all, I didn't name this live spring cleaning for no reason. Like, there's a reason why I named this spring cleaning. Some of y'all need to clear this. Some of y'all need to clear this because that wave is about to get real big. And some of y'all are going to spend a couple days just bawling your eyes out. Because you have not been ebbing and flowing through Gemini season. You haven't been ebbing and flowing through Gemini season. You have been actively neglecting a part of yourself that requires you to be within your own power spiritually. First of all, bottom of the deck is home and the divine masculine, by the way. I'm not making none of this shit up. Really not. Listen. Okay. I'm gonna need y'all to stay safe out in these streets, which means that I'm gonna need y'all to do the work, or else every time I see y'all in the weekly healing circle, we're just gonna be a mess. What do we need to know for this week? What is the energy for this week? What are the messages for this week? Oh, hold on. Oh my God. Okay. And we need to know for the. Listen. But y'all, Spirit be trolling. I'm telling y'all, Spirit just be trolling, and this is what it is. What happens when you completely disconnect from your masculinity and work on your femininity? It's not about disconnecting. It's about balancing both. Duality. It's about both. You cannot just focus your energies on one versus the other. You need to balance both. One is not better than the other. I'm not saying one is better than the other. You need to balance both. Both of them are equally important. Both of them are divine energies. It's just that the divine is expressed in different ways. It needs to be equal. It needs to be an equal balance, equal standing. When you focus your energies on one side over the other side becomes stagnant. And it starts affecting the other side because that scale is not in balance. So you have to bring it back in balance. Now, what do we have? Into the unknown. Because some of you are not even seeing it. You're not going to see it coming. I'm sorry. Some of you, the stuff that's about to go down, you're not going to see it coming. It's going to be some Uranus shit. Okay. Let's just unexpected chaos, unexpected overwhelming emotion, unexpected feeling like you just want to bawl your eyes out, unexpectedly just like overwhelmed. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Then we have storm fields. Storm fields. You see this tornado right here? You see this this journey here? You see this journey heading towards a tornado? That, oh my God, look at that. A house back there. So it's a house in the background. So for those who have been stuck on the mundane, who have been stuck literally just in the physical realm, y'all about to get a surprise from the things that you have been ignoring in your path. And again, you are not going to know. You're not going to even see it coming, but it's going to happen. Things have to break down in order for you to come into this. Sacred pool. Sacred pool. Coming into what? The water. You've been avoiding it for a while. You've been avoiding it for a long time. And now it's time to deal with it. It's time to deal with all of those emotions. It's time to deal with all of those emotions. It's not going to be super easy, but one of the beautiful things about life is that you get to decide what you're going to do about the thing. You get to decide how to prepare yourself. You get to decide to spring clean. You get to decide to start cleaning instead of saying, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I know I need to clean. I know I need to do that. I haven't done it yet. Yeah, I know, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I know. Yeah, maybe this weekend. Yeah, it gets to a point where it catches up to you. It gets to a point where the rest of your life around you starts to stop and starts to get really stagnant. And then every time that you are in your home, you feel really, really down, really depressed. Why? Because the energy of that stagnation is stuck because you have not cleaned it. So it's time to do that cleaning. It's time to set yourself up for success. It is time to cry. It is time to go in here, to go into the heart, to go into your sacral space. And it is time to release the things that have been trapped there for months, that just have been collecting dust, magnetizing dust for months. It's time. It's time to cleanse it. It's time to release it. It's time to come into the water, make your way through. It's time for the air, again, to just, it's just brushing on your skin. It's already cleansing. It's already releasing. It's time to get into the water. Because in order to make space for what you want, you need to make room. And that is the weekly healing circle. I hope that y'all got all of the messages that y'all needed, as always. There are still tickets left for the Healing the Matriarch, the Healing the Ancestors workshop, which is going to be a couple of different parts because we're going to do a Healing the Patriarchy as well. Healing the Patriarch, that's coming in August, so stay tuned for that. But if you want tickets to the workshop, link is in my bio. You guys have, I think it's one more day to get the tickets before it sells out. If you're a Patreon member, High Priest, High Priestess level, you already have tickets. Y'all already know this because it is included in your membership. So definitely make sure that you take advantage of that, especially because Patreon members get to access all of my past workshops, which is why it is a really cool perk. But I highly, highly recommend becoming a patron if that's what you want to do. But for those who just want to get tickets or get the workbook is going to be posted tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But the workshop, you can still always access it. So let's say you cannot make it on Wednesday at the time that it is. No worries, because this is why I do my workshops on YouTube. It's a private link that you can have access to at any time. So if you wanted to do the work, the meditation, any of the things on your own time when you can access it through the link. Or if you're a Patreon member, you can access all of my past workshops, which is why it's just a perk. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. I love you guys. I will see y'all in the next videos. There's more videos coming and all of the things. So stay tuned for that. I hope that you guys have a blessed night. And I will see y'all for our weekly community oracle poll this week, as well as for the weekly prayer circle, because we're going to do that this week as well. So I love y'all so much. Have a blessed night. Stay safe out here. Bye. Bye, y'all. Love you guys.